And you've got to interview a lot of people. You've done really well and had some really amazing guests. Is there one theme across everyone that you've noticed? What are they doing right that we need to know about?
One, they're investing in their health and their wellness, especially their mindset. I think that really came to the forefront for me was that there's actually no special people. Like there's no one is more deserving of
You're
success.
not special.
Yeah, no, none of them are special.
Right.
It's just like, one, they really prioritize their mindset. So they, believe they're capable enough, they're worthy enough, keep going time and time again after knockdowns. But they also lead a really healthy lifestyle, which enables them to be in that hustle in a more balanced and grounded way.
I 100% agree with you. I actually think that those that are seemingly doing it all, it's not even exhausting to them somehow.
Yes.
What have you observed with that?
One, they have really strong boundaries, really solid, like non-negotiables. So a lot of the people that I see that I guess are at the top of their game or seem to have capacity to hold a lot, they do have strong boundaries. Things like no social media in the morning, not scrolling online, saying no to a lot of things. Ones that I've become close to now, and I'll send a text message and I'll notice that their phone's got the do not disturb or the notifications off. I actually think it's a lot of those things that really help people block out the noise of the external world or what's around them. It actually allows them to be really laser focused on what it is that they're creating, which then becomes so intentional with what they're doing.
I think it's important. It's hard initially too, I think, because
it is.
What you see and what's actually happening are two different things.
Totally.
Before we started recording, you were like, oh, how are you doing all of the things? I'm not. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not doing it. There's a whole team behind everything that we do.
Yes.
And I think that you probably notice a lot of these people that you're talking about, they're definitely not doing it on their own.
No.
However, it probably looks like they are.
Absolutely.
Comparison artists is not a good idea, but that's probably what's happening for a lot of people. They didn't just wake up overnight and that be their reality either.
Yes, exactly. I don't really believe in that overnight success. Anyone that you're looking at their chapter 30 or 40 or 50, there's been so many chapters before that they've actually worked so hard that we haven't seen the behind the scenes of. Even thinking back to, some people that have been on the podcast, they'll talk about the early years where they'd get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and film social media content before going to a full-time job and then spend weekends editing. And I'm like, wow, that's the stuff we often forget about when we're actually just consuming a piece of content online and thinking that they're holding so much or able to do so much.
It's a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Yes, totally. We're also seeing such a small percentage of someone's life.
It's a real highlight reel. We say
is.
this all the time, but it's so true. I still have conversations with people that will say, oh gosh, I saw this and this and this and it looks like you're really killing it. Mm-hmm. There's bad days.
Totally.
Moments that are horrendous. There's a lot of mistakes being made.
Yeah. It's funny because just before I walked in here, I had a message from someone saying like, look like you're killing it in business. And it's like what people see at the moment is that I'm showing up and I don't know, am dressed nice and those sort of things, but they also don't see the little internal things that I'm having to consciously do every day, like get up before the kids and really focusing on my mindset, invest in my mindset, like spending money on working with people to help me get better and move the needle on where I want to go. So there's all of those behind the scenes.
How important is that to have people coaching, supporting, teaching, managing? We forget about that. That gets lost somewhere. Like investing in people to help us helps tremendously. But I feel like as we get older, we can easily forget that.
So I have a real belief that the universe is always like communicating with us, and I'm very spiritual. So I always take things as like signs or communication. And at the end of last year, there was a quote. I think one of the first people I saw it with originally was Lewis Howes. It was around nurturing a garden. So it was like, if you chase butterflies, they fly away. But if you nurture a beautiful garden, the butterflies will come. And he spoke about it in the concept of like, if we're nurturing our internal world, then opportunities and the right people will come. There was a podcaster who did a snippet on it as well. All of a sudden, this quote or this philosophy, I guess, was like everywhere in front of me. And I was like, this is my sign or my message from the universe that 2025 needs to be actually just about nurturing the internal world. No more chasing, just actually aligning my energy with what it is I want to call in. And I'm in a space now where I coach a lot of podcasters and other people that are wanting to grow their business. So I was like, if people are investing in me, I need to continue to invest in myself because they need the best of me. I'm so big on environments and who you surround yourself with, really investing in myself more from a wellness and I guess spiritual internal world perspective. So I've just signed up to go on my first retreat, which I'm really excited about.
Exciting.
And been working with a therapist on limiting beliefs and reprogramming a lot of that stuff. So less strategy and business and more how can I live up to my full potential, but then having the right people around me to be able to then turn that potential and those ideas into actual action and work. So a team that's supporting me.
Many years ago, I had a business coach and she was amazing, but I one day had this realization that she was telling me what she thought I should do, but she'd not actually done it. I was like, hang on, where are the people that have done what I want to do? That's who I need to go and spend my time with. That's who I need to go and put myself in the middle of. And I wonder how often we're listening to the wrong person, or we're taking advice maybe from someone who thinks it's a good idea but actually hasn't done it.
Hasn't walked the path.
And I want to spend time with people that have stuffed up, that have made epic mistakes and really learnt from that. The shininess is not really part of what helps us grow.
Last year when I actually invested in a big business coach, it was a large investment and it was a great investment, but a big thing for me was that embodiment piece. So it was like, I want someone who has actually done what I'm desiring to do, someone that's walked that path that can show me the right way. And if that means paying more money, then that's what I'm almost willing to do. That was really integral for me because I've moved into coaching, but for podcasters, and I'm like, I never want to teach something that I haven't perfected and done myself first. Even now, shifting away from the business and more into, I guess, personal development and my wellness and internal world, that philosophy still is so true to me. I'm like, I want to be working with the women who are the embodiment of their work.
Creating a podcast comes at creating a community or curating a community. It's not really two-way. But how important has the community been for you in terms of creating Healthy Hustlers?
It's an interesting one, community, because if I'm really honest, like I'm not sure I've done the best job that I could with nurturing that. The content has always been the first priority and then the communities kind of come second. And this year I really wanted to have a bigger focus on nurturing the community. People have seen so much, I guess, evolution, so many different seasons of my life, and they've been on that journey with me. And sometimes they've been my safest space to be able to just have people that feel like they see you and they know you and they celebrate your growth, or they'll say, oh, I remember when you used to talk about this and now like, look where you are. Selfishly, it's almost been this beautiful thing for me that's actually kept me going. This year, I really want to be giving back to my community on a deeper level, like more connection, more in-person, really beautiful experiences where we all get to come together and celebrate each other versus it kind of more being that online space. I think community is so important. Definitely moving more into motherhood, like community. I just realized how important community was